It is a privilege for me to be able to speak to you this morning on behalf of the European Commission. I work as a consultant for the Directorate General for Research and Development, the Directorate General for Research, monitoring a large number of projects related to water and providing management support to those projects. I'm not really a spokesman for the Commission, but it's a great pleasure for me to pass on the best wishes of my colleagues in DG Research for a very successful conference. This conference, the BALWOIS conference, and the related WOIS project are supported by the Commission through the framework programmes for research technological development. These framework programmes are the main source of research funding in Europe. The current SIP framework programme, for instance, has a total budget of some 13,000 million euros and is the main mechanism for the implementation of a major piece of European policy, the European research area. Now, not all that 13,000 million euros is dedicated to water, unfortunately. However, water, for now over 30 years, has been a key topic for research within Europe. Previously, the research centred on new science and the development of quality standards. But currently, the emphasis is more on integrated approaches, on water research for water policy, and on assessing the impact of global change. And it is increasingly recognised that individual projects in isolation cannot always address the broad issues involved in such policy areas. For instance, in the implementation strategy for the Water Framework Directive, it is recognised that research needs to develop new methodologies, for instance, for the assessment of ecological status, for the establishing reference positions, develop methodologies for defining heavily modified water bodies, or indeed development of tools for the integrated management of water resources. So as these are broad topics which individual projects cannot necessarily address, in the fifth framework programme, projects were encouraged to form into clusters. Clusters such as the CatchMod cluster, which brought together projects looking at catchment modelling, or the Climb cluster, which looks at lakes and climate change, or the Arid cluster of projects, a number of projects looking at water management in arid and semi-arid areas. In the current SIP framework programme, there are new mechanisms called integrated projects and networks of excellence. And indeed, this BALWOIS conference and the WOIS project are examples of this integrated approach, bringing researchers together to, as the Minister said, encourage the collaboration between research and the use of the data to shorten the link between research results and data and the data policy makers and the data users. Thank you very much and good luck.